Can't forget my last name since he said it 3 times, right? I'm originally from a small town in Minnesota, and it did not prepare me for the rest of the world. I lived there for 18 years, and not a single person warned me about my resting douche face. Strong agreement, okay. Do you have any idea how hard it is to make non-douchey friends when you look like the bad guy from an 80s high school movie? Not even the main bad guy, just one of his dumb, douchey friends. That's all I am. In high school, I was voluntarily in a Victorian Christmas caroling troupe, which is where you dress in clothes from the 1800s, and then you sing to people who were born during that time. And during my time caroling in these retirement homes, I was hit on more times than I've ever been in my entire life. These old ladies are ravenous. There's one time this old lady comes crutching up to me and she goes, "Hi, how old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 17. And she goes, "Oh, well." "You'd be a man by the time I was through with you," and just crutched away. And that was the whole interaction. No room number, no way to get a hold of her, nothing. Just got out of there. Another time, a woman slipped a note into my caroling coat pocket. And it was a dirty, filthy note, which is unfortunate because it was in cursive. So my mom had to read it to me. We both had so many questions. The worst time, though, some nurses asked me to hang out with this woman named Gladys. I get in her room, she wakes up, gestures me over, and then asks me if I would like to get some. I stop in my tracks, my top hat falls off. I bend over to pick it up, and I hear this whistling behind me. But Gladys doesn't have any teeth. So instead of a normal whistle, it just sounds like... I got catcalled by some kind of deflating balloon. I'm getting out of there. I turn to leave, but I hear this movement behind me. So I turn back around to see that now Gladys has taken out one of her boobs. And if her whistle sounded like a deflating balloon, her boob looked like one. And she looks at her boob, looks at me and goes, "Well, your move, tiger." And I froze. And I stared at her so long that she fell back asleep. I learned that day I am not a fight or a flight person. I am a freeze and hope the perpetrator's feeling tired person. To make it worse, that is the first time I saw a boob. That's the one. Yeah, the first girl I ever had a crush on, her name was Jamie Lynn Spears. She was in Zoe 101. And one time when her face was on the screen, I walked up to it and I kissed it. And it would have been the perfect first kiss, except my older brother stepped into the doorway. And what he said to me was, "Better hope she doesn't get pregnant," and walks out of the room. A week later, Zoe 101 was canceled because Jamie Lynn Spears was pregnant. And I'm like, oh my God. Either my brother's just pulled the best prank of all time, or I'm a father. So I run down like, Tyler, Jamie Lynn Spears is pregnant. And he goes, "I know. Congratulations." I've been Sam Ellefson. Thank you so much.